the Deputy Director of Jewish Family and Child Service. Occupational background in nonprofits, development, and advocacy. She graduated from Indiana University, public administration, bachelor's degree in public administration, and lots of prior governmental experience, the Beaverton School District. She's been on our budget committees, lots of curriculum committees, current and former Education Foundation Board, President of Friends of International School of Beaverton, President, Montclair Elementary PTO, and I could go on and on. So congratulations, Susan. Next board member, Karen Perez, occupation in K-12 systems, and she's had a lot of experience in a K-12 system. She's currently an improvement administrator at Education Northwest, and Karen was also a teacher here right in the Beaverton School District. She's an adjunct professor at Lewis and Clark. She's a district administrator for the Eugene School District for some time, so we're glad you decided to come back to Beaverton, Karen. Educational background, a doctorate at Lewis and Clark Graduate School of Education, master's in special education and elementary education, and endorsements in dual language and ESL. Prior governmental experience, she's did a lot of work with the Department of Education, English Language Learner Task Force, and Association of Latino Administrators, as she was a vice president. So Karen, we're so glad to have you. Welcome. Next, newly elected board member, Sunita Garg. She's a certified public accountant, so she watches the money. Good for you, Sunita. She's worked at the Pacific Star Communications Corporation since 2009 as a finance controller. Currently working there as technical expert and accounting manager. Graduated from the University of Toronto, accounting and economics and BA, certified public accountant, and she's been licensed in Oregon since 1999. And I heard those tests are very hard to pass, Sunita, so you must be a wicked smart. Prior governmental experience, Beaverton Committee on Aging, 2020 to present, and she was a secretary there. And also, she's just done a lot of work in our community, within our schools. Students went through our system. So Sunita, we're so happy to have you. Next board member, Ogana Inyana. Did I get it? Did I get it right? Oh, geez. I've been thinking about that all day. We've been trying to pronounce it. We've been going around, want to get names right. So anyway, occupation, she's a paralegal right now for the Oregon Department of Justice. And background, she's worked for Liberty Mutual Insurance, Department of Human Services. And just for you, if you want to know, push that out there a little bit, Ogana. She makes and designs purses, and the purse there, and I told her she's not going to meet my wife. Educational background, Bachelor of Law at Abia State University, Kigwe, Nigeria. Did I get that right? Kinda. Okay. 2001 barrister at law, Nigerian Law School in Lagos, Nigeria, Master of Business Administration, Dowling College, Oakdale, New York, Master of Law, Atlanta, John Marshall School of Law online, and prior government experience, member of the City of Beaverton Diversity Advisory Board. And Donna, we're so happy to have you here with us. Congratulations. We'll turn it back to you, Madam Chair.
And with that, I'd like to call upon each one of you if you would like to introduce any special guests that you have out in the audience today. Karen, if you would like to start us off.
So, buenos días a todos, buenas tardes. Hoy traje a mi mamá, a mi papá, Orlando Pérez y Gladys Pérez, a mis hijas, Yara y Amaya, y a mi pareja, Edgar Solares, y a mi compañera amiga de corazón, Stephanie Walton. So hi, everybody. My name is Karen Perez. I am here today joined by my mom, Gladys Perez, my dad, Orlando Perez, my daughters, Yada and Amaya, my partner, Edgar Solares, and my good friend, Stephanie Weldon. We also have other friends here, too. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I would like to thank people who are present here, along with my family members. Nadia Hassan, Stephanie Weldon, and Tinu, and other people who, because of you, we are here. Your help made it possible. So first of all, thank you to you all. I would like to also thank my family, because without their help, I couldn't have done this. My husband, Anil, who's here, my son, Sunil Gar, and my daughter-in-law, Vidya, and especially the most important of all, my granddaughter, Ladika, because she is our future, our generations to come, and we are doing this for our kids. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to welcome my very good friend. Her name is Tinu Adebolu. We've been friends for more than 6 years. We work together at Liberty Mutual. She's currently a senior trial attorney with Allstate Insurance. She stood by me throughout this journey, and I just want to acknowledge her. Thank you, Tinu. And we also have the City Councilor, Nadia Hassan. She is also very instrumental in getting me to sit on this chair, and I want to appreciate her. And we have Cynthia Moffett. Cynthia has been a close pal. We served together on the Diversity Advisory Board, and we have become friends over the past couple of months. And I want to say thank you, Cynthia. Again, because of these three people, I am here, and I want to acknowledge everybody in this room who has worked in one way or the other to get us here. They are all grinning over there. I want to say thank you on the Perez team. I want to say thank you. We all work together to be here. So I want to acknowledge everybody. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much.
I just would like to say a few words before we administer the oath of office. Oh, Susan. See, you take the most familiar for granted. I am so sorry, Susan. It's all good. Don't worry.
Well, first of all, I am honored to be on the school board, continuing to be on the school board with my fellow school board members, with my new school board members, with all the people that supported us in the election. But most importantly, I want to acknowledge my two family members that are here, David, my husband, Zoe, my beautiful daughter. And I know that I have family members watching from afar, DC, my son and daughter-in-law, Seth and Gio, and I think my mother. So thank you all.
Thank you, Susan. And we never take you for granted. Thank you very much. So thank you. Before we administer the oath of office, I have just a few things. As the chair of the Beaverton School Board, just a few more minutes, it's my pleasure to welcome this at a very historic time at the Beaverton School District. It is, of course, the first time the entire board has been gathered in person since the COVID pandemic started. And it is wonderful to see everyone here today, including staff, everyone. It's just great to all be in the same building together. But today is important for another reason. The modern era of public education in Beaverton began precisely 61 years ago today, on July 1st, 1960. It was on that day that 12 separate elementary school districts came together, the oldest being created in 1856, merged with the union of the high school district to create one unified public school district. Hundreds and hundreds of dedicated volunteers, like ourselves, have served on the Beaverton School Board over the past 61 years. But today, with swearing in 3 new members, marks the first time that the majority of the Beaverton School Board are representatives of our communities of color. But while we are the most diverse board in the history of the Beaverton School District, I am confident in saying that all 7 of us share something in common. And that commitment is to public education and to doing everything we can to provide the absolute best education to the students of our district. And now it is my honor to swear in the oath of office to Susan, starting her 3rd term on the board, and to our 3 newest school board members, Karen, Sunita, and Ugana. So if you will join me, we will salute. All right. I say your name.
I, Karen Perez,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
the Constitution and the laws of the state of Oregon,
and the policies of the Beaverton School District.
and the policies of the Beaverton School District.
During my term,
During my term,
I will faithfully and impartially discharge
I will faithfully and impartially discharge
the responsibilities of the office
the responsibilities of the office
to the best of my abilities.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. All right, we have our first order of business, and that is to elect leadership for this school board. And with that, I'm going to open up nominations for the chair of the Beaverton School Board. Susan?
I am honored to nominate Tom Collette as board chair for the next school session, 21-22. Tom has been on our school board since 2017. But prior to that, Tom was very engaged and making a huge difference in our school district with the music task force. I mean, he was a huge person to make that happen. All that happened with our music program, and he's been extremely dedicated to our school board, and with a plethora of activities. So it is my honor to nominate Tom Collette as board chair.
Is there a second?
I, Karen Perez, I second the nomination for Tom Collette for, as our chair, as he has been leading the equity policy task force and working on addressing how we will address hate and bias in our school district. So I second that nomination.
The properly moved and seconded that Tom Collette be elected as chair of the Beaverton School Board. Is there any discussion? I have some discussion, and that is, Tom, it has been an honor to work with you this last year, vice chair. You have stepped up in every capacity that we've asked you to step up. You are a passionate, dedicated advocate for our students and for our staff. And I know without a doubt, you will be representing the school district and leading us during a difficult time while we get our students back into school. And I appreciate that your willingness to step up and take on that duty. Is there any further discussion? With that, we will take a vote. So board members, I either need you to say aye, nay, or abstain. So everyone that is in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Nay. Any abstain? With that, the motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
So now we will have our election for school board vice chair. Do we have any nominations for school board vice chair?
I'd like to nominate Becky Chimchuk, proven leadership during some of the very difficult times we've had in the school board over the last several years. And I think we still have some more difficult times ahead, and it should be awesome in the leadership committee with you, Tom, to help us through bond committees and superintendent searches and other big items we have on the horizon. So I really strongly wish we had Becky Chimchuk.
Do a second.
I, Sunita Garg, would like to second the motion. From what I have known of Becky, she's very hardworking, and we are very, very happy and grateful, the new board members, to learn from your mentorship and to your support. Look forward to your support, and thank you very much.
Any discussion on the motion here? Okay, hearing none, we will start with the vote. So everybody in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And any abstentions? Okay, with that, Becky Timchuk is our vice chair. And I think our superintendent, Mr. Dry, has a couple of comments.
Yeah, just one thing. I know you're already sworn in, but I want to point out today, the Beaverton School District has elected its first African-American immigrant to the school board, its first Latina woman to the school board, and its first Indian woman to the school board. So congratulations.
Board Chair, I am very, very excited to work with this board. This is an amazing group of people. We've got a lot of work to do. We have a very, very busy year ahead of us, starting with a safe return to school for our students. And we'll be preparing committees and board assignments. So I'll be reaching out to everybody to talk about what your interests are and seeing how we can support that and strong advocacy throughout the year. And then looking down the road, we've got some really big things we're going to be doing. We're going to make a decision about a bond. We're going to have the reopening, I should say, of ACMA, and then the opening of Tumwater Middle School. The Equitable Policies Task Force is going to be continuing, and I think there's going to be some really important issues like with the Student Code of Conduct that we're going to be taking a look at. There's a joint SRO process with the City Council that's underway, and we're working on an RFP right now. So we'll be getting reports on that. And then lots of budget work. We have ESSER funds, we have SIA funds. We're doing some new things this year for our students that are really, really exciting with some of the health and wellness teams that are in our schools. I could go on, but I think I'll leave it at that. But I'm excited to work with everybody. And I know we will be back in session on July 19th at 8:30 a.m. for our next board work session. And anybody, Dawn told me this is just housekeeping, but if anybody who hasn't gotten their picture taken, I think Cara will take care of it after the board.
Cars back there and pictures, everything. And then just also, I know the new board members, you have a million things going. We're trying our best to figure out how to best onboard you. And so that's in our opinion, but if there's anything out there that you want to know about, let me know 24/7. You all have my phone numbers. If there's anything, and I can guide you in the right area if you have any specific questions. I know Steve Langford, our IT director, he's getting you in contact with new machines. We have new machines coming for you for laptops to be able to work. And in the meantime, we'll have some temporary ones, getting your emails all set up. But I know it's going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hose right now, but there's going to be so much going on. But we really want to, our entire staff is at your convenience to serve you in any way that we can help you onboard into these critical and new positions.
Absolutely. And with that, here's,
Can I have a point of personal privilege, please? Yeah. Sure. I would just like to acknowledge my husband, Kerry Timchuk, is here in the audience, and thank you for putting up with 3 years of me being board chair. It takes a village on that too, and I thank you so much for your support through these 3 years, and I appreciate you being here today.
Karen.
Solo quería decir yo que estoy bien emocionada que por primera vez los jóvenes, nuestros estudiantes, pueden ver personas que se parecen a ellos y que hemos pasado por diferentes historias como inmigrantes, como estudiantes de inglés como segundo idioma, como estudiantes dentro de este sistema. Entonces solo quería agradecer a los estudiantes y a las familias que nos acompañaron a llegar acá. So I just wanted to say thank you to our students. So currently, like today, they can now see people on the board who have immigrated here, who have, like, I'm a brown skin Latina, who is bilingual, who has been in SPED, who has, is an English language learner, and that they can see that all of us can get here. We have, with us here, with Luzana and Sunita and the team, and then you can also at someday be here on the board and leading the work for this school district. So I just, gracias.
And I would be remiss if I didn't point out my wife Jen, who has put up with many, many hours of school board work. Becky joked that sometimes we talk more than we talk with our significant others because there's so much to do on the board. And thank you, Jen, for all of your support and for everything else you do for the Beaverton School District as well with the kids. So. With that, I am excited to usher in a new board and a very, very busy year where we're going to do a lot of good things for kids. So look forward to seeing